Hello, this is Tonight We Sculpt with its first ever Q&A session where I'm going to answer at least one surfacing related question. Tonight's topic revolves around an IKEA tool, the Trixig wrench execution. Let's take a look at some images while I'm trying to distill the story down into one question. An industrial designer has borrowed the same execution for their design, which unlike the IKEA handle, is symmetrical to both X and Y planes, meaning we're going to build 1/4 of the geometry. It's worth mentioning that the designer builds the model him or herself and gets stuck with the blend between side 1 and side 2. So the question is, how to close this? I'm going to show a possible solution for that. My first suggestion, stop interpreting existing surface boundaries as some frame that has to be auto-filled by the software. Rather envision what highlights will the neighboring surfaces display and what transitions would look the best and be most important. More specifically, count the number of sides you'll have to cover. Having this guesstimate curve loop is a good start, not necessary though. In this case, we have 6 sides. Keep in mind you have to work with 4-sided patches. Please, 4-sided patches only. Right? Step 1. Let's close side 1. Build missing surf in a way that drives the highlights parallel to the inner theoretical, this patch here. I stopped here and redefined the shape, added some lead-in and tweaked the curvature. Feel free to make a better looking version, it's a good exercise for aspiring designers anyway. Step 2. I can move side 2 in Y freely since it's a prism. You see how we're one fillet away from the final geometry now, right? Well, unfortunately, a wide enough fillet won't roll over this pre-existing one on the corner. It has to be built manually. It won't be a problem if you build ball corners before. This is what I came up with. The patch I'm hovering over is directly from the auto fillet. I'm not ashamed of the CV flow either. I proceed with displaying connections and then we can evaluate the highlights. Do I recommend sketching patch layouts beforehand in 2D? I think you make the most of your time if you explore these kind of transitions in 3D directly. Use 2D to get the proportions and main highlights right. And this would be the ideal layout, which I decided not to pursue since I already achieved curvature continuity. I already put this in VRAD, so I'll leave you with the final render. Until next time.